Okay, so introduction to writing. According to Cambridge dictionary, there's so many definition of writing, but this is what I find it interesting because this is the top two lah. To So what do you mean by write? Write is a verb. So you need to do, it's a verb. So you need to do work. When you say it's a verb, then it is a working things. You have to do things for it. So in this case, it's actually to say to make marks that represent letters, words, numbers, and to use this method to record thoughts, facts, or messages. To send a letter or message to someone, giving them information or expressing your thoughts or feelings. So this is basically what writing is. So um, so before we have computers right now, PowerPoints like this, Google Meet and Microsoft Teams, we have stones. How do people write on stones? Batu bersurat, for examples. So it started with that, and then it shifts towards animal skins. Right, animal skins were used to hold scriptures, and then the paper invention come in, and then comes the computers and phones, and now there's also iPad Air with pencil, and so there's no more pencil and paper. It's digital product with a pencil digital product. So if no one writes, so this is what will happen. Somebody have made a research about this. So if there's no one writing about anything, so we will not have history. We don't know what happened before. The developing of the technology would be severely underdeveloped, because we will repeat the mistakes that happens 50 years before or 100 years before, because we don't know what happened then. Communication would be purely spoken language. What was learned by a generation would be passed down only by memorization and many more. Raison that this is in French. So the meaning is reason of being. So if I can share, why am I in content industry even though I am a graduate of chemical engineering? So I started to learn that I like disseminating contents to other people during my study years in UK. Then I was when I was studying, I was start playing with graphic designs, and I start play with posters. I start play with Adobe Photoshops and whatnot, and it somehow brings me joy when anyone share it and tell that it speaks your mind, or it speaks their mind, or it touched their heart. And that is actually why I started on this journey of being in content industry. So the next part here is actually to give you some tips on how to write, or what you need to do in order to write. So the first part is actually, number one for me is always to read. Iqra. So Iqra is in Quran. It was the first verse that was being told to our Prophet. So why you are someone that doesn't know how to read, how to write, to read? And that's always fascinates me. And when we think about reading, it's not reading just for exams. So reading can be a lot of things, and you have to find what you like to write. Don't wait for perfection. Just start writing your thoughts, start writing your ideas, no matter how short and no matter how silly. This is something I have learned and I have advised our author time and time again. Do not overthink about your writing. It's normal to doubt yourself, but it's not okay to throw them away. Who is your intended audience actually? Because some of these people, they are not your intended audience. They just come and they don't know the context and they don't know you, and sometimes they just feel that offended with what you are writing, and it's okay because we won't get along with everyone. Number 5, get feedback. So please don't get feedback from your mom, because your mom will always support you. This is what I learned. You need to have your own beta readers. Beta readers is what you say the first reader that will criticize honestly, will tell you honestly what is wrong about your piece, what is not okay, what do you need to improve, because these feedbacks are critical to help you to become a good writer. Mistakes, never give up. So do not feel disheartened when things didn't turn out the way you want them to. It is supposed to be difficult. It is supposed to be long and a winding road. Becoming a writer isn't easy, and it takes a long time before someone can become a good writer. And last but not least, the number 7, you have to have clear intention. You have to know why you started this journey. It will help you steadfast and it will help you to move forward even though it's tough. Let us proceed, yeah. So my last message to you guys: know your why, know your raison d'etre, because that is the only way that you know what makes you do this, how to keep going, and how to always move forward when everyone started to doubt you, when everyone feels that you are doing um, not a good job or something like that. And last but not least, 7 tips to write.